Chapter 0 of Our Little Korean Cousin. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Our Little Korean Cousin by H. Lee M. Pike. Preface. Until very recently, little has been known of the strange land in which the subject of this tale lives. Recent events have done much to introduce Korea and its peoples to the world at large. For this reason, the story of Yung Pak's youthful days may be the more interesting to his Western cousins. These are stirring times in Korea, and it may safely be prophesied that the little Koreans of the present day will occupy a larger place in the world's history than have their fathers and grandfathers. Their bright eyes are now turned toward the light, and under the uplifting influences of education and civilization, the old superstitions and antique customs are bound to give way. Some famous Americans and Englishmen have had no small part in letting in the light upon this dark nation, and in years to come, when Korea shall have attained the full stature of national strength, the names of Rogers, Blake, Kimberley, and many others will be held in high esteem by the people of that country. This little volume gives just a glimpse into the mode of life, the habits and customs, the traditions and superstitions of the Koreans. If it awakens an interest in the minds of its young readers, and inspires them with a desire for further knowledge of their cousins in this far eastern land, its purpose will be well served. End of Chapter 0.
Chapter 1 of Our Little Korean Cousin. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Larry Wilson. Our Little Korean Cousin by H. Lee M. Pike. Chapter 1. Some Queer Things. Yung Pak was a very queer name of a queer little boy who lived in a queer house in a queer city. This boy was peculiar in his looks. His talk was in a strange tongue. His clothes were odd in color and fit. His shoes were unlike ours, and everything about him would seem to you very unusual in appearance. But the most wonderful thing of all was that he did not think he was a bit queer, and if he should see one of you in your home, or at school or at play, he would open wide his slant eyes and wonder at your peculiar ways and dress. The name of the country in which this little boy lived is Korea. One thing about Yung Pak, though, was just like little boys everywhere. When he first came to his home in the Korean city, a little bit of a baby, his father and mother were very, very glad to see him. Your father and mother gave you no warmer welcome than the parents of this little Korean baby gave to him. Perhaps Yung Pak's father did not say much, but anyone could have seen by his face that he was tremendously pleased. He was a very dignified man, and his manner was nearly always calm, no matter how stirred up he might have felt in his mind. This was one of the rare occasions when his face expanded into a smile, and he immediately made a generous offering of rice to the household tablets. All Koreans pay great honor to their dead parents, and tablets to their memory are placed in some room set apart for the purpose. Before these tablets, sacrifices are offered. Yung Pak's father would have been almost overwhelmed with terror at the thought of having no one to worship his memory and present offerings before his tablet. It is to be feared that if, instead of Yung Pak, a little daughter had come to this Korean house, the father and mother would not have been so pleased. For strange as it may seem to you, who live in homes where little daughters and little sisters are petted and loved above all the rest of the family, in Korea little girls do not receive a warm welcome, though the mothers will cherish and fondle them as much from pity as from love. The mothers know better than anyone else how hard a way the little girl will have to travel through life. But it is Yung Pak we want to tell you about. As his father was a wealthy man,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?